Right. So today's lecture is about delivering value from innovation. So this is directly linked to the case study as well that we did earlier on the Marvel one. So you'll see some references there. So before we go to some of the other aspects, I'll talk about a few things. One is what we call frugal innovation. So frugal innovation or frugal engineering is the process of reducing the complexity and the cost of goods at its production, right? So which is basically removing non-essential features. So usually to sell it in developing countries, right? Uh, if you look at it, normally the if on affluent market, the product has a lot of unnecessary functions, expensive to produce, fewer buyers, nice to have functions are there. But in a market where you sort of try to reduce the cost, then focus on just the core functions, reduce the cost, reduction in the complexity, and only need to have functionality will be there, right? So if you look at principles of frugal innovation, it's about keeping it simple, not create solutions to impress customers, but make it easier to use and widely accessible. And rather than over-engineering complex products, you need to look at reducing or identifying the real challenges and the pain points. Usually, you don't try to reinvent the wheel. So existing resources and assets, making sure that you reduce the complexity and think and act horizontally, right? Uh, Look at the entire supply chain horizontally with small manufacturing and distribution units, right? So some of your some of the example of frugal innovations are, I mean, few things you probably know, like Tata Nano is one of those frugal innovations where you come up with a car with the most essential features only at the lowest cost possible, right? Nokia 1100 is sort of a basic features, but works, right? So and the until M-Pesa mobile banking. I don't know whether you heard M-Pesa is the mobile banking system pioneered in Kenya. Kenya some long time back before even some of the new fintech companies. They had a simple mechanism where you can transfer money from phone to phone. They had a network established. Sort of normal mom and pop shows stops where you would use the phone, just send a SMS to the other party, and you can get money from the other party, right? So simple banking mechanism, just using SMS, nothing else. So you keep a balance and use the SMS to send, reduct, and collect money from just normal shops, like how reloads work. Just go to a place, you put the reload, and like that. Go to a small shop, you give the 500 rupees or 100 rupees, and then transfer. So that was M-Pesa. So those are a few things that looking at frugal innovation. Now, with that, we'll come to value innovation. Value innovation is a simultaneous pursuit of radical superior value for buyers and lower cost for companies, right? So, simultaneous pursuit, both value and the cost. So, blue ocean strategy is one of the value innovation concepts. So, we discussed blue ocean strategy. So, that's one of the valuation, right? So, if I didn't have this in another video, you can have a look at this as well in terms of going in depth of blue ocean strategy. Um, I've already uploaded this lecture as well, so you can go through that. So value innovation, so cornerstone of the value innovation is you try to reduce the cost and add value. So what you try to do is eliminate cost, reduce cost, raise value, or create value. So this is what we call ERRC model. So eliminate cost, reduce cost, raise value, create value. Now, so it's a simultaneous pursuit of differentiation and low cost. So both, usually you say you either have to be cost conscious or value conscious, but here it's a both. Now, um, the conventional logic of conventional logic is that, let's look at few things. Industry's conditions are given, but in value innovation, what we look at is industry conditions can be shaped. Strategic focus, a company should build competitive advantage. Aim is to beat competitive. But in value innovation, competitors in the benchmark is not on the benchmark to focus advantage. Company should pursue a content leap in value to dominate the market. Customers, you try to retain and expand its customer to segmentation and customization, but value innovator targets the mass buyers, willingly let some existing customers go. It focuses on the key commonalities in what customers value. Assets and capabilities, conventional logic is to look at companies' existing assets and capabilities. Here we look at companies not by constrained by capabilities. What would we do if we are starting new? Product and service range, it's based on the traditional boundaries of the industry. The goal is to maximize the value. Value innovated things in terms of the total